Welcome to the Kaw Valley State Bank postgame show. I'm your host, Jack Denebeim, and I'm here with Cardinals Volleyball players Ellie Suber, Harper and Addy Hemphill after the team's very, 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 very exciting win over Baldwin tonight. And guys, all I have to say is wow. Just how do you guys feel after this big win?
It's amazing. I love playing this game, and it's always super competitive here. And just being able to have it in our home gym made it that much more sweet, and being able to pull out a win in the fifth set. So yeah, I think it was just amazing seeing the team come together like that and pull out a win.
Yeah, I'd have to say the same. With the student section helping us boost that energy that we have and helping us win that, it was very great.
Energy is still really high. I think everyone's still super excited about this. It's definitely going to carry in to next week for senior night, and it was just great to have a great show out tonight.
You guys have played Baldwin a few times now this season. Just kind of talk to me about finally getting them on the home court tonight.
Yeah, I think everyone was super excited to play tonight, and that's part of what led to a slip up in the first set. I think that was just a little bit of nervous jitters and just wanting to perform so well that it got a little out of hand there for a second. But yeah, it was great to have them at home, especially, fourth time playing them this season. So we're kind of used to how they play, and I think they were too. So that gave us a run for our money there.
Played them 4 times and beat them 3 out of that. So it was good to get the third instead of being 2-2. So keep the energy up.
Yeah, like they said, 4th game, and we play them a lot throughout the year, and it's just great to have more wins over them as we learn how they work and they learn how we work.
You guys actually played them in the championship round of the Wellsville Invitational Tournament this past weekend. How did that? Just talk to me about that tournament, first of all. You guys placed first there. And then just talk to me about how facing Baldwin there helps you guys tonight.
Yeah, I'd say we really just took the day to figure out what works with our team. We were able to find new things with our rotation that were working for us, and we were able to convert on plays. And I'd say just learning who our hot hand will be in the moment, that really helped over the course of the tournament. And tonight was the same thing. We just needed to keep feeding our hot hands and not let our serve receive get too down and just be able to side out quickly.
Yeah, what Ellie said, she finding whoever works best, finding the spots, the holes that are on the court, and that led us into the Baldwin game, which we were fighting really hard, especially in the second set when we were 33-31. I think that's the highest I've played in high school. So I think that carried us on to winning all of that. So.
Yeah, definitely just staying mindful and aggressive the whole day. We never let down, and we also never let bad plays maul on us, and we just kept picking each other up, and that really led us through the whole day.
Ellie, you mentioned the energy of tonight, and the first set you guys maybe came out with some jitters. Just kind of talk to me a little bit more about that and just the energy tonight throughout the match.
Yeah, I'd say we were probably trying to play a little too perfect in the first set, and that led to a lot of our errors that we made. But in the second, we were able to come back from that a little bit and kind of focus in and realize that we're just playing volleyball. We're not playing to showboat or anything. We're there to support each other and play a fun game, and we got to do it in front of our home crowd. So I think it was really fun for everyone to prove to ourselves that we could come back from a set like that.
Guys, any thoughts on that?
Pretty much what Ellie said.
There you go. You guys were down for much of that second set, but came back to win it. Just how'd you guys kind of focus in and overcome that adversity in the second set?
I think we were just focusing in on serving aggressively because I think in the first set we had quite a few service errors, which that led throughout the entire night, I think. But yeah, we were able to just find different things that work, and like I said, kind of settle into what we know how to play, and just work together as a team again.
Yeah, and finding those spots and serving more aggressive built our energy up, which built each other up, which progressed us to continue that out.
I think we all started playing for each other instead of ourselves, and we kept picking each other up instead of dwelling on mistakes, and it really just helped us keep the aggressiveness and momentum going.
Addy, in the second set, especially down the stretch, you had some massive points, massive kills. Just what you see on those plays, and your hitting really tonight was overall really good. So just talk to me about your kills in the second set and your hitting tonight.
Honestly, I was just fired up. I really wanted us to get this win, and I saw my opportunities and I took them. And without my great sets from Ellie, I wouldn't have the plays that I had. So honestly, it was a whole team effort for the big points.
You guys kind of came up short there in the third set. What was the feeling of the team after that third set and going into the fourth set?
I know for myself, I knew that we had the ability to beat Baldwin, but we just kind of beat ourselves in that set again. And everyone is super motivated to play, and especially whenever we're playing against Baldwin. So I was really confident that we were able to fight back and not just fall over and give the set to Baldwin.
I would agree with Ellie on that one. Pretty much pushing through, like knowing that we had to get it done, or else we were gonna pretty much just crash. So.
Yeah, I think I agree with them. We were just really fired up. We were ready to come out and take that set from them, and we know we can beat Baldwin, and so we went out and showed it.
As you mentioned, you guys came up fired up in that fourth set. At one point, you were up 7. Just kind of what kind of momentum did you guys create for yourselves in the fourth set heading into the fifth?
I think we were able to find a little more uncovered space on the other side of the court, and that allowed us to build momentum off of that and also just lift each other up, because it seemed like we were trading points quite a bit and not really able to gain a footing in the first few sets. But I think in the fourth we were able to put together a few more points, which in the end helped us.
Yeah. Putting those together, it also put Baldwin down a little bit, so that helped us build more momentum to find those spots, because they were in their heads as well. So.
Yeah, exactly what they said. There was more opportunities for us. We took them. We were smart about it.
Harper, you had a couple big points there in the fourth set. Just walk me through what you saw there.
Well, I can hear people in the back yelling at me what's open, like if the block's going. So pretty much just doing that. And when I get a little bit mad, I tend to just swing. So that helped a lot.
Finally here, guys, in the fifth set, you guys led for much of it, but there at 13-12, it got a little bit scary, a little bit rocky. And just talk to me about how you guys kind of locked in and finished it off.
Yeah, I think it really always starts with a serve-receive pass, and our teammates were able to get that done for us. And, Addy was on fire, so I just thought I should keep hitting it to Addy, and if not, and if the block was already pulled over there, I just throw it back to Harper. But, yeah, I think we were just able to work as a team, and like Harper mentioned, talking about where the block is whenever we're hitting, and always being there to cover and pick each other up.
Yeah, pretty much what she said. I have nothing else to add to that.
I would say we stayed calm instead of getting frantic when it got really tight. And we played to win, and we didn't get frantic with each other. We stayed confident, and we picked each other up when we had mistakes.
Ellie, you had the final point there to finish it off. How'd you feel after that one?
I was a little nervous because it clipped the tape, but I was really happy to see it hit the ground, and I think the whole gym was. So it's always fun to end a match that intense with an ace and, kind of take the pressure off the team.
There you go. You guys have kind of a week between matches now. How can you guys kind of, I don't want to say put it behind you since it's such a big win, but how do you guys put this one behind you and focus in on the next match?
I'd say we just need to focus in and practice and work on some of the things that, kind of cripple us in tight matches. A lot of the little errors that we make tend to build up throughout the match. So I think just doing little drills and work on those specific things, and we'll be tuned up for Monday, I think, or Tuesday.
I think it's Monday.
Yeah. Okay.
I have to double check that as well.
I would have to agree on that. Staying focused in practice, just working on what we see, the little things that we need to work on, like our serves, serving more aggressively, serve receive, getting a pass to Ellie so she has more options in the front row to do. Just working on that, though.
Yeah, I think we need to remember everything amazing we did tonight and the amazing energy, and then work to improve on the things that, what Ellie said crippled us. And I think once we fine-tune those things, next week will be a great week.
Great. That's all the questions I got for you guys. Thank you. This is the Kaw Valley State Bank postgame show. Kaw Valley State Bank, Eudora's community bank since 1899. I'm Jack Denebeim reporting for the Eudora Times. Welcome back to the Kaw Valley State Bank postgame show. I'm your host, Jack Denebeim, and I'm here with Cardinals Volleyball head coach Brooke Hopper after the team's very exciting win over Baldwin tonight. And Coach, just tell me how you feel after this one.
Well, you can see I don't have a voice, so I'm just going to growl a little bit. I think I lost it in the second set. I called a timeout, and we came to a huddle, and the girls just started laughing at me. It was very loud in that gym, so definitely got a headache going on. I'm still sweating, but it's worth it. It is worth it to see the smile on these girls' faces and to see them have this success. They have worked so hard, and they came off of a season last year where Baldwin beat them 5 times out of 5 times, and we stepped on the floor this year and we beat them 3 out of 4 times. So tonight was really icing on the cake for us. This was our league night with them at home, and so it just made it that much better.
You talked to me last Thursday about you were expecting a big crowd tonight, and like you said, we got a good home crowd. Just talk to me about the energy tonight about facing Baldwin on the home court.
You know, typically we like to have our home side where we have a little bit more serving room. And when we went to that 5th set, you know, when they called in for captains, the home team gets to pick their side. And I told Ellie, I said, we need this opposite side. She said, it's less serving room. And I said, but we can hear each other. It was so loud in there. The girls were really struggling to hear each other on the court. They couldn't hear me, which is probably why my voice sounds like this. And so I just told her, no, we need this side of the court so we can hear each other, we can communicate a little bit better. And so then that's how we ended up on that 3rd set, or the 5th set on that side of the court. But the energy was absolutely electric. I feel like, you know, I really tuned it out, but that last set to 15, when you have a short set like that, like you really rely on that energy. And we had a little span there where they scored a couple of points, and they got right back in the game. And I think that the energy of the crowd was just, you know, I always say it's electric, and you can literally feel it. You get goosebumps. You can just feel it throughout your entire body. So it's really great to have the support.
You guys actually faced Baldwin over the weekend at the Wellsville tournament. Just talk to me about that tournament because you guys placed first there as well. So talk to me about that tournament and how did playing Baldwin there help for tonight?
Yeah, you know, Baldwin's a great ball club. They have a very experienced coach. And so I knew she was going to come out today and probably make some changes. And we did see a few different people on the court compared to Saturday. Saturday was, we went 5-0 on the day, which is always really exciting. We won our tournament. And the championship was Baldwin. It went to 3 sets. We took the first set, and the second set they beat us 33-31. So it was an extremely long set. It was everybody's 6th game of the day, you know, and so everybody's getting tired. The game on both sides got just a little bit, you know, not as clean as normal. But we played that 3rd set to 25, and it was just like tonight. It was so exciting. You know, the other teams were done. I think a few people stuck around to even watch it. So it's always going to be a great game with Baldwin. They, like I said, they have a great club. They have a very experienced coach. And so we knew after Saturday that wasn't good enough. We took a day off yesterday. You know, typically when we play on a Monday, I would have an open gym, but those girls, they put everything on the court on Saturday. So we took a day off. I think we saw the results of that a little bit in our first set, especially in our serve receive. It struggled just a bit tonight. I wouldn't do anything different because I do think recovery is extremely important. We don't want tired bodies on the floor. But I did see it a little bit. But we knew winning Saturday wasn't going to be good enough. We wanted that. We wanted this 3rd game with them, 4th game, 3rd win with them. And I think it really solidified in the girls' heads that we can do this. We can do this. This is how we have to do it. We have to do it just like we did it on Saturday, which was 1 point at a time, 1 set at a time. So that's what they did.
You mentioned a little bit about the first set tonight and kind of it went a little awry. Ellie said it might have been, a little bit nerves and jitters. Just what do you think about that first set?
Yeah, you know, I kept telling him, you know, hey, relax, settle in. I could tell we were playing a little uptight. And we were the deficit in points was our errors. It wasn't. And then, of course, they take the momentum, and then their middle gets going, and that's really, you know, what you have to control is the momentum from their middle. She's a great ball player, and our serve receive wasn't doing us any favors. We weren't really able to get many options out of it, and so we just really struggled to put it together. But I thought the girls did a really good job of moving on to that next set. We got down in the beginning of the second set as well, and they did a really great job of battling back and fighting back and just saying, hey, this isn't over. We're not going down 2-0. We're not going down easy, and they fought their way back. So I think just settling in, letting those nerves work for good, and improving our serve receive.
There you go. In the second set, you guys were down for much of it, but came back to win. Just how'd you guys kind of focus in and overcome that adversity?
1 point at a time. That's something that we talk about a lot in our huddle. Is if we keep checking the scoreboard, we're concerned about the deficit in points, and we're counting down. Okay, that's one less. But really, we should be focusing on winning this ball at hand. And that's something I've really seen the girls take to heart and put into action and implement this year. Is just the one ball mentality. This ball, what do we do to win this ball? And then we worry about the next one after that. So I was really proud of them to see them implement that really well tonight.
You guys ended up losing that third set there. What'd you tell the team in between the third and the fourth set to kind of help them get back motivated?
I'm going to be really honest. I didn't say much. I really try to let the girls take that task on. We've been working. I've always worked towards having a player-led program, and this year I'm so proud of these girls, not only for the work that they do on the court, but for the way that they do lead each other. They get together in a huddle, and I usually, there's 3 minutes between each set, and I give them about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes to get their drinks, catch their breath, and get together, and I say, talk about what we need to do. And of course I stand there and I listen to them, but it always just makes me really proud to hear them be on the same page, but also really uplift each other and encourage each other in such a positive way where they know they got each other's backs and they know they believe in each other. And that's what I said is, if you make a mistake, know your teammates got your back. We will find an option that works. We were really struggling there for a minute to find an option that would work. And I think they really just believe in each other and they want to work for each other. And I think that's what makes them great.
Yeah, and they took that and ran with it in the fourth set and ended up winning that set. Just what kind of momentum did winning that fourth set create for the fifth set?
Yeah, I think that we really pushed our aggressive serves there. We challenged them a lot in serve receive, and so it was really hard for them to set up their middle. Like I've said, she's an amazing ball player, but we know that if they can't set her up, then they're going to struggle a little bit to score. And so we just really kept pushing those aggressive serves and trying to keep them out of system. But then also utilizing on our side and making sure that when they did have the serve, that we were getting that first ball kill and we weren't letting them rack points up against us, and making sure we kept that deficit and that momentum.
There in the fifth set, you guys led for much of it, but it started to get a little shaky there towards the end. I think it was 13-10. You called a timeout. Just talk to me. Why'd you call that timeout, and what'd you talk to the team about there?
I just called the timeout to ice the server. I mean that's what it is, really. But I have talked about how I use my timeouts before. I will tell you, my husband did compliment me and said I used them perfectly on Saturday. So he approves. Hopefully he approves of tonight as well. It is always to throw the server off a little bit. You don't want them just getting back there, serving. That's just kind of a technical thing. But also just to remind the girls, get a first ball kill. That puts us at 14. We one serve and we're out of this. We're done. And it's really reminding them of this ball mentality, one ball at a time. Yeah, we need 2 points. We're going to push 2, but it's got to be one at a time. Let's go finish a ball. Somebody step up and put that ball through the floor.
And Ellie did that to finish it off tonight. So just how'd you feel after Ellie finished it off with that serve?
Well, I will say I probably jumped higher than I have in about 12 to 15 years, Jack. My knees are still paying for it right now. I even got some air on Saturday, and I have really bad knees, so I try not to jump. But these girls bring it out of me, and there's just no way that I can't get excited for them. And seeing some of my seniors, I'm not going to say they cried, But there were a lot of hugs and a lot of sniffles going on after that game. So it was really great to see them. And I know that, the juniors on the team are really fighting for them to make sure that it's a great senior year. So I get so happy for these girls because they just deserve it so much. And so that last ace, Ellie went back there and I was like, this is it. Like I knew because Ellie is, when she gets locked in and a little bit just, I don't want to say mad, but just challenged maybe. She really locks in, and you don't want to challenge her because she's going to win it. She's going to find a way, and she found a way. So I'm really proud of her.
That's all the questions I got for you, Coach. Thank you for powering through. This is the Kaw Valley State Bank postgame show. Kaw Valley State Bank, Eudora's community bank since 1899. I'm Jack Denebeim reporting for the Eudora Times.